Hey YouTube, it's Cello Ben, and I had no intention of doing a video today, but I've been doing some practicing, and I've sort of been experimenting with some stuff recently that I really wanted to share. And, sorry, I didn't mean to get the bow in the way there. And also apologies for the vertical nature that's going to be totally black on the sides on YouTube probably, but I want to make sure that I can show you what's going on down here in terms of contact point, because that's what I want to talk about, is planning your contact point. In the second movement of the Saint-Saëns Concerto I've been practicing for some upcoming performances. I've been noticing a lot of sound bulging when I don't want it, and also just not being where I want to be in the bow. And I think that one of the best ways to work on that is to really plan my contact point. See, here's the thing. When you're down by the bridge, there's a lot of resistance. And when you try to pull the bow faster, there's really a lot of bulge in the sound. So it's important to be aware of that. Conversely, there's less resistance up closer to the fingerboard. And you get more of a nice round tone even when you pull quite fast. So I want to sort of talk about how I've been planning some of the second movement of the piece in terms of the contact point. So here's one. Here's one spot where I really want to get to the other side of the bow pretty quickly. So I'm going to want to use a higher contact point for that. Actually, I don't, is this lower or is this? I want to be closer to the fingerboard. Now here I'm willing to get a little bit closer to the bridge because it's really, the music is intensifying and I'm not really going to shy away from a little bit of crescendo. Again, I don't want it to bulge, but a general crescendo trajectory is not something that I'm against right now. Here I want to go a little closer to the finger. And here definitely closer to the fingerboard because I want a really wispy tone and breathy, and I want to be able to really move the bow a lot without making big bulges. So. Here it gets much denser again, so I have that room to go down here. Oh, sorry. I got mixed up for a second. I was thinking a different part of my head for a minute. Anyway, when we get down to these, I'm looking for a more mysterious sound. So I'm sort of planning the contact point with a much slower bow, but closer to the bridge. Because I don't have any like emergency where I need to be up at a different part of the bow really quickly. And now here closer to the finger. Now, after this next section, now I want to really get to the frog quickly. So here, I really want to have a very free and light sound, and I want to be able to use plenty of bow. So this is another spot where if I were too close to the bridge, I would find myself bulging a lot. It's feels a little bit seasick, I guess. And also it's too loud. But and here really moving up here. And here again, really nice and wispy and closer to the finger. And you might have noticed I went a little bit closer to the bridge there for a second because then I purposefully wanted a swell, or a little swell. So basically I want to just talk about my procedure that I've been going through in my head a little bit for planning out your contact point. Because it can seem tedious and it can also seem unmusical to be sort of clinically making these plans about where you want to be exactly when. But I think that once it's integrated into your playing, it's going to make you feel much more free to make music. I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to do a couple little excerpts and see how it goes with these new plans in mind. And if you're curious, pay attention to where I am in the contact point. sure, this is a sidebar for this, but I need to make sure not to go too slowly there, even though I'm tempted, because it's not going to work in the context of playing with an orchestra, I don't think. So So there's still a ways to go with this planning on my part for this movement, and also that spot just there is one that I really need to revisit a good bit for intonation. I'm realizing, because it's different to play it on camera than to play it alone, just practicing by myself. Like I said, I wasn't planning to make a video today at all, but this struck me that it'd be something interesting to talk about. And I wanted to share my ideas on contact point planning with you. And again, it's going to take a while to get it really incorporated, and I'm still working on that myself, especially in this movement, but I wanted to share it with you, and maybe it'll be applicable to your own work. Of course, it really depends on what you're playing and how you want to deal with it there, and what the music is to you, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a very variable thing, but I think that these beginning plans are going to flesh out well for this movement here. Anyway, that's all for now, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.